And Dylan Derby fan says, death, taxes, and shithouse Derby County victories. You can always rely on them. Even the Derby admin was getting on it this week. West Brom, it happened again. Welcome back to 20 minutes of Derby County chat. Hope you're all doing well. This week we're talking about the Sanderson redemption arc, the Matt Clark brilliance, the win at West Brom, and was this transfer window our best ever? We've also got three panellists here who are going to talk about whether it's club versus country for them. Would you rather see Derby County promoted in the summer, or would you rather see England win the World Cup? We'll get into that debate in a second. Delighted to have Stace, Luke and Peyton back with us, and thank you very much for joining us as well. We're growing a nice little community here. If you were at the Hawthorns, if you were happy to see their 125th celebrations all end in tears, do drop us a quick like as well. We've got some very angry West Brom fans we'll be talking to later. Right, Stace, was that the most undeserved 3 points you've seen in a while?
It's a very typical Eustace performance, but solid without the ball. A lot of work goes into the stuff we do when we haven't got possession. I would like to see us a bit more dynamic, but where we are at the minute, having not won this season, I think it was important to get the 3 points more than anything else. Frustrating West Brom again. They seem to have battered us just like we did in the cup. We can't take the chances. As night follows day, we will win at West Brom.
It's unreal, Luke, isn't it? That just how you always turn up and beat them. And Midwood said absolutely stuck the place out today. I love it. What is it about playing West Brom that just brings out this tenacity? We're never going to lose to you.
Well, I mean, can you imagine going to your home ground, watching 180 plus minutes in two games, your opponent having two shots on target, one each game, and losing both games? Like, that's just someone somewhere has got a West Bromwich Albion doll, and every time Derby play, they just poking it, and poking it. But yeah, it was a classic smash and grab. Absolutely, it was just. I think first off, we was way too deep. Second off, got that extra couple of yards up the pitch, and we just took a chance really. And yeah, it was just classic Derby versus West Brom.
Yeah, and yeah, Vyman, Peyton, was it? Yeah, somebody's counted. Is it 2000 something?
It's like 2,500 days since his last Derby goal.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, great to have him back. Yeah, how was he? How did you sum up his performance?
I thought he was decent when he came on. I think all the substitutes were pretty well. Only two came on, but Patrick Agyemang I think needs a special mention because he's not played a minute in English football and looks relatively dangerous for his first minutes that he's had in a while. So I've been out with a hernia and got an assist, albeit didn't really have to do much to get it. Yeah. But an assist, you're not really bothered. But Vyman took his goal really, really well, and we're all happy to see him score, and we're all happy to see it.
Absolutely, yeah. The Rams are heading up. First win of the season as well, Stace. And I'm delighted that we're able to talk about this next item because if you've not been with us the previous two, we always try and share the tweets of what people are talking about. And Sanderson has come in for quite a bit of stick from Derby fans, it's fair to say. So it's great to see these kind of messages now. Vaughan says, Sanderson, next admin is the next shout out. He deserves sort of credit after a tough start. Sam says Sanderson has had one of the best redemption arcs so far. He has proved every single one of us wrong, and I'm loving it. And Alan says, I'm so glad Sanderson has shut up so many who base his abilities on his first 5 minutes of football for this club. Yeah. Let's give him some praise, shall we, Stacey?
Yeah, absolutely. I think people have been really, really quick to have a go at him, bearing in mind that he was injured, didn't really have a pre-season, came in. Yes, he was at fault for a goal at stake, but that I don't think it was totally all on him. And he's just, as he's got fitter, he's progressed, and the last two games at Ipswich and yesterday, he's been absolutely solid. You can't knock him, and you can understand with performances like that why Eustace was so keen to get him through the door for the 17,000th time.
Yeah, this is what Eustace does, though, isn't it, Luke? He works with players who he trusts and improves them. It's a sign of a good coach, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not like Derby fans to overreact over one bad performance, though, is it? So it's just like, well, I mean, you knew there was a player in there. Eustace isn't going to bring someone in who he doesn't trust, knows who isn't going to be good at the back, and he was absolutely brilliant again yesterday. Like with him and special mention to we'll go talk about it, but Clarkey looked absolutely phenomenal at the back, and I just think he's just going to get even better when we get Langas back as well. That back three is going to be absolutely dangerous.
Yeah, let's talk about Clark then, shall we? Then, Peyton. Yeah. Darren says absolutely outstanding today, Matt. Same as Sanderson and Fozzie. Stephen says I want to kiss that bald head. Can you sum up what he? I mean, we can't sum up his contributions to Derby, but sum up what he gives you.
I think the best way to say it is this thing I saw earlier. Matt Clark had 31 touches in our box, which was more than the entire West Brom attack combined, which I think just says enough. And I think he had something like 10 headed clearances. He's just there all the time. He'll be there to put a tackle in. He's there to head the ball away. He scored for us last season against Coventry. He's just always there, and he's really dependable. And he's a great for the team. And for the price that we got him from Borough on the initial loan, with the obligation to buy at the end of his contract, was great business. I mean, I think it's like 300k we got him for, and he's easily a £4 or £5 million defender if another team wanted him.
That high, really? Yeah.
Experienced Championship defender.
Okay.
I'd be as bold as to say he's one of probably the top 5 Championship defenders in the last 6-7 years. He's consistently gets player of the season at all the clubs he's played for. It's not good. I don't think he's good enough for the Prem, but he's top tier Championship defender.
Let's have a look at. No, I want to ask you about the goalkeeper as well, if that's okay, Stace, because again, there's another player on here we've questioned. First Maggie says maybe the Brentford link affected him, but he was outstanding today. Sanderson also looks incredible signing. Hope we have a buy option because we're worth big money if he keeps carrying on this one. Yeah, let's talk about Zetterstrom. Yeah, was he looking back to his confident best?
Yeah, but I think that goes hand in hand with the fact that we've got a more settled defensive line now. So the chopping and changing isn't there. It's the consistency's key, and everyone knows the jobs, and he feels more comfortable now. He knows what he's getting from the players in front of him, I think.
Okay. Quick word on Travers as well, Luke, if you don't mind. We called him out for his challenge in the previous game. How did he do this time?
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Captain the team for the first time, which I can see going forward. Eustace trusts him, so that means I trust him. My new captain, he was absolutely everywhere, doing the dirty work, getting to places where the players weren't getting. Yeah, he was up and down. Yeah, it was just a 10 out of 10 centre mid performance from him, and you could see when we scored the passion on his face and all. He absolutely loves it here, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, he's a nuisance, isn't he?
You also played the pass into Ajimang.
Yeah, that cross is unreal,
and it's a ridiculous ball.
Okay. We'll leave the West Brom game aside there. But any other shout outs, Stace, that we've missed for players?
Not really. I think they just all put in it was a good team performance, wasn't it? They all knew the jobs, they did the jobs, carried it out, carried the game plan out, and stole the 3 points.
Yeah, and a rare clean sheet as well. Absolutely.
Always a bonus.
Always loving it. Right, Preston then next, Luke. Back to Pride Park we go this weekend. Yeah, funny old team, Preston. I mean, at home they are a force. Away from home, what do you reckon how this will go?
I'm always confident at home. I always think we can beat anyone at home. I'm quite surprised at the way they've actually started, because actually, in a table I've done at work, I've had them down near the bottom, and they've started pretty well, really. Brought some good players in, brought some good loans in, and they have started well. But I think at home, yeah, I'm always confident at home. I think we might just squeak it.
Yeah. Harrison Armstrong, Peyton. You'll remember him. He joined Preston on the last day of deadline day, so we'll be coming back to Pride Park this weekend. Why weren't Derby back in for him?
I think it was just a matter of it came a little bit too late for when we were in need of a midfielder. And I mean, we just signed Lewis Travis. We've got David Ozo on loan, Ebu Adams. I could argue that there's probably not really a place for him. And I think, especially of Everton, I think you'd know, as the loaning club would want him to get a lot of minutes. And I just don't think he'd get that at Derby this season. And I think, unfortunately for us, because we love Harrison Armstrong, he's a great player. I think we're obviously not the right team for him this year, so we didn't get him in. So Preston swooped for him.
One of the reasons you stayed up, Stace, wasn't it?
Yeah, a big reason, but I think we're going a different way. They've tried and trusted this year rather than forcing that youth a little bit. It'd be interesting to see how he gets on against Travis and Ebu on Saturday. It could be interesting.
You make sure he gets a good reception, won't you?
I've got no doubt he'll get a good reception.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
David Moyes looking after his old club, Preston, as well, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what to say with it. Right then, transfer window is now closing. Last time we were chatting, Luke, there was 24 hours to go. We were talking about what or may not happen. Now it is closed. What out of 10? What grading do you give it?
I give it a solid 9. I thought we've got rid of 13, brought 13 in, we've strengthened everywhere we needed to. I would have liked another left back, but that's just me being picky. But I think Eustace has picked the players he wanted. And you can see now from the game against Stoke to players coming back from injury now, we're creating that solid foundation of them players he's brought in. And it's just looking strong. We've still got players to come back yet. So, yeah, solid 9 out of 10 for me.
Peyton, you go higher?
I wouldn't go higher. I'd go a little bit lower. I'd say 8.5. I think we did well to get rid of the players that we got rid of. I think getting rid of Ben Osborne probably permanently is a good thing, just for the quality of the team. Kenzo Harmon on loan is probably a good move for him more than us. I think it gives him an opportunity to get more comfortable with playing regular football again. I think we could have done with getting a winger in, and obviously with the departure of Harmon, we probably could have done with getting a midfielder in. But obviously we've got a 25-man squad, and Eustace clearly trusts all the players he's got. So I think gotta trust the manager. He knows more than me.
Okay, Stace.
I'd say, given our transfer windows in the last 10 years, it's probably the best one we've had. So I'd go 9. The players in good. I would have liked an extra winger to add to the squad, but the people we've moved on as well are smart. Getting Rooney out to Barnsley, get him some minutes. Kenzo in the shop window. Hopefully, he comes back a stronger player, and we can possibly look at moving him on, or we can develop next season. But I think it's a bit frustrating to see that Kenzo was obviously lightweight last year, and he's not spent on. For me, he needed to spend some more time in the gym and bulk up. But yeah, absolutely no issues with any of the players we've signed. They've completely transformed the squad. Strength in depth now compared to what we had this time last year is non-existent, isn't it, in comparison? So yeah, it's all good for me.
Brilliant. Right, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Finally, this week, then, we're giving you the dilemma of whether you would choose club over country, because the international break always throws up this question. So we're simply asking you this question. QPR away is the last away game for Derby County. So imagine the scenes. It's a nice hot April day. You can either have Derby beating QPR and that sends them back to the Premier League, or you can wait a month and watch England lift the World Cup in America in June. Peyton, for you would choose
England winning the World Cup every day of the week. I'd much rather watch Derby in the Championship for the next 5 years being really competitive than have to experience a Premier League season after the last one. I've never been alive to see us winning the Premier League, and I don't really want to go up there and watch us get battered every week.
Okay, Stace.
England. It's a tough one because there's a lot of England matches that I don't bother watching, and I would never miss a Derby match. But yeah, the kudos of being the nation that holds the World Cup aloft outweighs anything your club can do for me. But it's a tight call.
Okay. Yeah, surprised me, Luke.
I'm going to make it 3 out of 3. It's going to be England. I mean, I've seen Derby get promoted in my lifetime. I've seen us winning the Premier League in the early days, in the 2000s. And it's that feeling you get of England in a big tournament. You're at the pub with all your mates, the drinks are flowing, everyone's having a great time. Just in my lifetime, to see us lift a major tournament, it'd be unbelievable. So, yeah, it's got to be England.
Okay. 3 for 3. You're the only club so far that we've spoken to that has gone.
We're all scarred from
100% in.
2007, though.
You're
Mark,
all scarred, aren't you?
Yeah. No way. Not again.
Come on.
All right.
Please.
Right, come on. In the comments, there must be a Derby fan we can find. Please let us know. If you're a Derby fan, then sooner win at QPR to send you back to the Premier League than watch England World Cup. If you're a Derby fan, then sooner Derby beat Preston on Saturday rather than England win the World Cup. Let us know. Right, thank you very much, you three. Enjoy the game against Preston. Give Harrison a nice round of applause, and we'll see you in 7 days' time. Have a good one.